I tried Andrew Huberman's routine for 30 days to increase my productivity. In the past 30 days, I became the guy I always wanted to be: productive, energetic, and organized. I'm Arvind Serene, CEO of Copper Digital. Still, I struggle to live a perfectly disciplined life. Recently, I came across Dr. Huberman, who was buzzing the internet with his self-improvement niche. He's an American neuroscientist, an associate professor of neurobiology at Stanford University. So if you're here, I assume that you wanna obviously find out what this routine is. So what I'm gonna do for the viewers is that put a link in the description so you can download this PDF. That would be a cheat sheet so you know exactly what Andrew Huberman's morning routine for productivity is. So that's one. Secondly, if you wanna find out what challenges you might face and you wanna see the journey that I went through and how I executed this plan, then stick around and I'm gonna share all of those learnings with you right here on the video. While I consider myself a skilled planner, I must admit, I struggle with execution. Procrastination tends to get the best of me. And often I find myself prioritizing the less productive tasks over the tasks that truly matter. So going into this challenge, I was curious. I was curious to see Andrew Huberman's routine, if it could make a difference in my productivity and my well-being. So let's dive in and hopefully that's going to give you some insights. Day one. To enhance clarity, I have divided the complete routine into 3 phases: morning, late afternoon, and night. So let's begin with the morning phase. It's no secret that waking up early can be a real challenge for many people. For me as well, I go through phases and it just really depends on what part of the world I'm in. I did this routine in India and I decided to go get me a hotel so I can be focused and stay on track right here with the studio and the Copper Digital office. But in order to combat this challenge, I managed to wake up at 6 in the morning. As Huberman suggested, I made a note of the time that I was waking up. This is to determine the body's lowest temperature, which typically occurs 2 hours prior to waking up. The reason why this information is beneficial will be explained later on in the video. So it was time for my morning hydration ritual. Although I knew that drinking a glass of water with a teaspoon of sea salt would change my taste buds, I decided to give up caffeine and stick to the routine faithfully. Let me tell you that drinking water with sea salt will counteract hunger and will help me in intermediate fasting, which is included further in the routine. So I made a conscious decision to delay my caffeine fix as per the routine suggested by Dr. Huberman.
The reason I delay caffeine is because one of the factors that induces a sense of sleepiness is the buildup of adenosine in our system. The buildup of adenosine accumulates the longer we are awake. So when I wake up in the morning, when you wake up in the morning, your adenosine levels are likely to be very low.
This can lead to feelings of weariness and exhaustion, causing a desire for additional coffee. In an effort to take my mind off coffee, I made a decision to meditate. I had 2 reasons for doing so. Firstly, I've been practicing meditation for years and I thoroughly enjoy it. Maybe not the moment when I'm meditating, but after that, the rest of the day goes very peaceful. My second reason is that Huberman also recommends incorporating meditation into the daily routine.
So too, meditation can give you very specific results. It can give you more focus. It can give you better sleep. It can give you a combination of results, just like exercise can, depending on the exercise.
Now was a time for a 10-minute sunlight walk to maintain the circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythms are important because they regulate our internal biological clock, which controls our sleep-wake cycle, hormone production, body temperature, and other physiological processes. These rhythms are synchronized with 24-hour light-dark cycle of the Earth, and disruptions to our circadian rhythms can result in negative health outcomes such as sleep disorders, metabolic disorders, and mood disorders. To be honest, I literally felt that. Yes, sunlight is wishing me good and energetic day. I felt that. When the clock struck 8, I jumped on my coffee mug and finally satiated my soul. As the man behind this routine, I also believe that coffee helps in improving focus. So how can I counter him? I would like to mention that I was ahead of the game in following this routine, as I had already made New Year's resolution a month prior to hitting the gym for an hour each day. Piece of cake, I thought to myself. Okay folks, get ready for the next step in my routine. Brace yourself for a cold shower. I started this routine back in February. Mind you, Delhi is notorious for chilly weather in February. During my stay at the Radisson, I had the courage to plunge into the chilly swimming pool to ensure that I was taking a cold bath. And let me tell you, for the first 30 seconds, I was convinced my soul has left my body. As time passed, it got a little bit easier. I felt like I was a snowman. According to Huberman, cold exposure can help with focus, metabolism, mood, and resilience. I'd say on my first day, it was about 70% true. Hold on, did I forget to mention the breakfast part? Actually, it was intentional. The routine recommends intermittent fasting, which can offer several health benefits such as weight loss, improved insulin sensitivity, reduced inflammation, and even lowering the risk of chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes and cancer. Sounds pretty good. Following this, I was scheduled to have my first meal at 1 p.m. It may seem daunting to start the day without breakfast, but I was mentally prepared for it. Andrew highlights the significant impact of fasting on our epinephrine and dopamine levels, which in turn enhances our focus and productivity. In addition to its renowned fat-burning effects, fasting has been shown to heighten our concentration and attentiveness by boosting adrenaline. Epinephrine is synthesized by the dopamine molecule, and the more active dopamine becomes, the greater our motivation and determination to accomplish specific tasks. The combined influence of dopamine and epinephrine amplifies our focus, attention, motivation, and provides us with the necessary drive to pursue our goals diligently. Huberman's research shows that our body's minimum temperature occurs 2 hours before we wake up. In my case, since I woke up at 6, my body had its minimum temperature around 4 in the morning. And get this, research shows that we're most productive 4 to 6 hours after body's minimum temperature. So following this theory, I should be at my most productive after 10 a.m. And with that in mind, it was time for me to gear up for the day and tackle my daily tasks. During the time when I was meant to be most productive and tackle the most important tasks on my to-do list, I learned about the ultradian rhythm of the day. This rhythm suggests that we tend to perform our best in the first 90 minutes of focused work, following a 20-minute break to recharge. After this break, we're able to perform our best for another 90-minute stretch. Trust me, this approach has a proven success rate of 100% every single time. As we wake up, our body's internal temperature begins to gradually increase. Our objective is to seize the rapid temperature rise and utilize it to maximize the effectiveness of our 90-minute deep work sessions. By doing so, we can dedicate the early hours of the day to engage in mentally demanding and intense tasks. This strategic approach ensures that we harness our heightened cognitive abilities during this period, enabling us to tackle the most challenging work with optimal focus and efficiency. After this break, we are able to perform to our best for another 90-minute stretch. Looks like this is a pretty good technique that is already proven, so I was excited to try it out. I wonder how many 90 minutes of focused work could I achieve in a day, but I feel like maybe 2 or 3 would be plenty. Do you want to know how to make the most of your 90-minute work sessions? Well, here's the deal. You have to be a little strict with yourself. That means putting your phone away and switching it to airplane mode, or maybe even listening to some gentle background noise to help you concentrate and stay focused on the task at hand. Trust me, you'll be amazed how much you can accomplish during this 90 minutes. Now is the beginning of the afternoon phase. I was ready to fuel my stomach. The good news is that Dr. Huberman's routine doesn't require no carb or low carb diet. And the reason behind that is because we have a pretty good exercise routine as well, and this is designed to burn calories. So I opted for a balanced and healthy diet, which means adding salad to my meal and at the same time not subtracting foods that I enjoy for the sake of my taste buds. I want a little bit of that excitement as well when I'm going for my next meal. I know that breakout of 90 and 20 minutes can be monotonous at some point of time. To address this issue, I try to maintain it by dedicating 20 minutes to my phone. I checked on all my emails, all my messages, WhatsApp, YouTube likes, subscribers, texts, and of course, some random scrolling over social media apps as well. Evidently, you will not entertain yourself with your phone every 20 minutes. So here comes the theory of NSDR. Andrew's favorite abbreviation is NSDR. It stands for non-sleep deep rest. When feeling sleepy during the day, he suggests an alternative to just taking a nap. With NSDR, you can gain more than just sleep. By sitting back and lying down, closing your eyes and listening to a guided meditation, you can experience a deep sense of relaxation and rejuvenation. Personally, I found that meditating in the middle of the work acted like fuel for my body's engine. In my experience, NSDR was the best part of the routine. According to Huberman, the optimal time for engaging in creative work or brainstorming new ideas is approximately 7 to 9 hours after waking up. While I don't have the opportunity to dedicate myself solely to creative pursuits every day due to my responsibilities in running an organization and managing specific tasks, I have made an effort to allocate time during suggested period for creative endeavors. However, I must admit that I did not personally experience the same level of creative inspiration. Perhaps you might find that it sparks your creativity. After all, everyone's experience is unique. Nevertheless, based on my own encounters, I didn't perceive such a notable impact on my creative abilities. Did you know that Andrew recommends watching the sunset every day? It may seem like a romantic notion, but it has a scientific basis. Watching the sunlight during sunset can help reduce the adverse effects of late night exposure to light. This, in turn, can help your body transition more easily into the night mode and result in better night sleep. So, if you have the opportunity, take some time to enjoy the sunset every day. Okay, now let's talk about the night phase. When it's time for dinner, consider incorporating starchy carbohydrates into your dinner to help promote the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that aids in the transition to sleep. I strongly recommend that you consider abstaining from alcohol. While I'm sure you're already aware of the potential drawbacks, but I believe it would be in your best interest to prioritize your health and wellness, and especially when you're in this phase of following the strict Huberman's daily routine. Huberman's view on sleep suggests that consistency in sleep duration is more crucial than sleeping for a recommended 8 hours. According to him, it is important to maintain a regular sleep cycle, even if the duration of the sleep is only 6 hours. You can take a hot shower to ensure sound sleep. A hot shower after a productive day feels like none less than heaven. Remember, you need to keep your room dark and cool and wrap yourself in warm blankets while sleeping. I do struggle with waking up in the middle of the night, and to deal with that, I'll follow the NSDR technique that helps me relax in the daytime. It's day 14 and I have successfully stuck to this routine without any flaws. However, I believe that it might be too early to conclude, so I plan on waiting at least 30 days before making any final judgments. Here I am after 30 days of following this routine. To be honest, I slipped only once during the weekend, but I managed to get back on track by waking up at my regular time the next morning. Now, you must be wondering what kind of changes I experienced. It has been a really life-changing experience. I would say in the past 30 days, I have become the guy that I always wanted to be. Productive, energetic, organized, and this has been a great experience. It's not that I didn't struggle to stick to the routine. Following the same routine every day can be monotonous sometimes. Waking up early, hitting the gym, this whole intermittent fasting, everything can be challenging. But watch the change in your productivity and energy every day. That will keep you going. To conclude, I am 100% sure that this routine comes with not even a single side effect. So why not try it out for yourself? Watch out for the changes then. And for making it easy for you, as I mentioned earlier, we've given you a PDF, a cheat sheet, where you can get every single detailed plan if you want to take up and follow this. I hope this was enough to inspire you to follow this routine. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the content, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel so you can get more such content coming very, very soon for you. Until next time, goodbye.